welcome to CCN GameCast, the first ever podcast for my CCN Gaming YouTube channel, CCN Outdoors YouTube channel. And basically what we're going to be doing here on this brand new podcast is bringing you guys just some information, kind of like a, let's call it like a town hall meeting of sorts, where we discuss the goings-on of the channel and, you know, what's going to be changing, what's going to be new, what's going to be staying the same, just to keep up to date with all of you guys on what's going to be going on. The only reason I do this is just to be kind of more out in the open with you guys that watch the channel and now listen to the new podcast. I am going to try to get this on iTunes. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it by the first episode, but I will be posting this to YouTube, as you may know by now if you're watching this. Definitely, because I think YouTube's already a good standard platform. Now, if you guys would rather watch this on iTunes, if I get this all set up so it is on iTunes, I will go ahead and put that information in the link down below, in the description box rather, so you can watch this on iTunes. If you're already watching this on iTunes and you're new, or you've heard it, or you've looked it up or something like that, thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. And what we're going to be talking about today first is kind of the channel of sorts, the CCN Gaming channel. I do have another channel, which is CCN Outdoors. For those of you on YouTube, I will leave a link to that in the description box below. If you want to check out that channel is pretty much all around outdoor activities, like fishing, some boating maybe. We haven't done a lot yet, just a lot of fishing stuff, and I hope to do more in the future. But for now, we're going to be talking about the CCN Gaming channel. Now, a lot of you know probably that I do a big series of WWE 2K17, a universe mode. Now, it's kind of a universe mode in a way. Obviously, I use the universe mode, game mode in the game, but I kind of put my own twist on it while keeping it Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night SmackDown Live. Now, when we do have a pay-per-view, I do not post Raw or SmackDown Live on that week. Usually, I'll start the pay-per-view and try to do it in like 3 parts, so it's out on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then the next week we'll continue on with Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown. So that has worked really well for us so far. Now, when it comes to that universe mode, I wanted to talk about how that's going to transition over to WWE 2K18. Now, for the limited information that we have, I would assume that universe mode is still going to be in WWE 2K18, but I'm not positive on that. Now, I always wanted to do a My Career on the channel, but with the My Career, the game really wasn't great, I don't think. The My Career section wasn't really what I wanted it to be. It was kind of the same thing over and over and over and over again from what I played. And honestly, a lot of people that did do the My Careers in the first 2 games, the first 3 games rather, the WWE 2K15, 2K16, and now 2K17 that's out currently, a lot of the people that were doing the My Careers really slowed down on doing that. Just because I think they realized too that the game was kind of limited with the My Career to keep it fresh. You were doing, the same things over and over again, creating rivalries. Sometimes it would stick you in the rivalry with the same person. When you were in a rivalry, sometimes you had endless matches with the same person every week, instead of really stretching out a good story. So I'm hoping with WWE 2K18 they're going to make that a lot better. There is a new engine in the game for what I've heard. They've just released some screenshots yesterday, I believe, of Seth Rollins. Now with that you get kind of information on the brand new Raw arena, with the turnbuckle video things that they have now on TV. Some of the attires are going to be dated, as usual, when the game comes out, because they have to make the game at a certain time when all the attires were maybe one way instead of what they are now. Just because if they went and updated all the attires, they'd never release the game, because they change attires so often in WWE that it would be hard to keep up with that. So, with the transition from WWE 2K17 into WWE 2K18, I'm going to try to make it as seamless as possible. Obviously, there's going to be some graphic differences. There's going to be even new superstars that aren't in there. But we're going to draft probably the new superstars, and we may do a shake-up when the game comes out. I don't know. I'm not sure yet how we're going to play that. I kind of play it by ear a little bit when I do the series. But I think what we're going to try to do is draft whatever superstars are not on the brands to a prospective brand, maybe by the wheel decide like we did before. Or maybe we'll just kind of have them come into the series somewhere where they fit into a storyline. So we'll see. No Rod Van Dam's going to be in the game, and so is the Animal Batista. Really excited about that. There's been times where I really wanted to play as Batista. Before John Cena really was big, the only channel that I could get to watch wrestling on was Raw, because we didn't have cable, and at the time SmackDown was only on cable. So before John Cena was my number one favorite guy in wrestling, Batista was. And so I miss playing as Batista in some aspects. Obviously, he went through a bad streak there where he was a villain, per se, and then he left altogether. And when he came back, he wasn't the same Batista as he was before. I really loved the original Batista, the thumbs up, thumbs down version of Batista. I thought that was awesome when he had the big feud with Triple H. But then I became a John Cena fan, and I've been a John Cena fan ever since. And with that, I will let you guys know that I have ordered the Cena Nuff edition of WWE 2K18. So I will be getting that, and we'll be unboxing it on the channel. But I'm going to be so excited to play the game, so we're going to have to unbox it quick and then get into the game. So, graphics changes. They have a new engine for WWE 2K18. So I think the graphics are going to be 10 times better than what they are now. Probably not 10 times, but there's definitely going to be the best visually represented WWE game ever, I believe. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that is how we're going to incorporate the universe mode and how we're going to transition it over from the current game, 2K17, to 2K18. So don't worry, the series isn't going anywhere. Even if for some reason they do not have the universe mode, we will continue the series as best that we can, even if we have to make a match in the exhibition mode of the game. We're going to continue the series one way or another. Now, it's just going to make it more difficult as to how we do it if they don't have universe mode. But I'm pretty certain universe mode has been a big staple even back way back to WWE 2K14. Maybe even before that. I'm not clear on that. I can't remember exactly. But I don't believe that they're going to get rid of universe mode anytime soon. It is just such a hit, being able to make your own shows, make your own championships for the shows, your own rivalries, and then you can take the video aspect that they added in this last game, the 2K17, and make kind of your cutscenes in between if you want. So I really love that. That's what I've been using a lot. The only thing I would say is that they need to make it more friendly as to which championship is in some of the cutscenes, because it kind of limits it. And the audio. Now, the audio obviously may be different from male to female, so that might be why they didn't do it. So basically, when somebody punches themselves in the, or punches somebody else, punches themselves, when somebody punches somebody else in these cutscenes, you don't have the hit noise when they punch them. So I've just been kind of leaving them out, adding crowd audio, and there's not really much I can do about that. You guys get the picture, you guys get the story. And I think it works just fine right now. If they can make it so you could change out the championships on the cutscenes, then that would be even 10 times better. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. Right now, the game works for me. Right now, I'm being able to bring what I want to the game, so I can't complain too much on it. So, without further ado, let's move on from WWE 2K17 and the channel and move on to other topics. So, the next game that I kind of want to talk about when it comes to the gaming side of things is Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite a little bit over the last couple of weeks. I got the Super Deluxe Edition that had a free copy of the game that you could give to a friend. And I did give it to a friend. He actually really likes the game too. Haven't had much chance to play together. Although I have played with one person, and that's the footage you're watching in the background of this whole video. I did play with one of my friends, and it was really laggy. The entire time, it was really laggy, and I thought it was my internet maybe at one point that was causing the issues. So when we got done playing one mission, the footage that you're seeing in the background, when we got done playing this game, we went and switched over to a different game to see if it carried over. Never had a problem on the other game, really. So I think the servers on Fortnite aren't really that strong yet. I know on the first release of it, you couldn't even play multiplayer and invite your friends in. You could play multiplayer with other people out in the world, but you could not invite a group of friends in to play with you. So that was one issue that it had on launch, and this is probably an ongoing thing for it right now. But overall, I think the game is a decent game. I'm not sure on the longevity of it. In some aspects, the game is really complicated. There's a lot to it. I get what they're trying to do, but I'm not sure if it's going to be something that would entertain me as a gamer for very long. And it's not something that I could see bringing to the channel either. And maybe it's just the kind of game that it is, but I can't really see bringing it to the channel to do any sort of series on that. I don't know why. I can't really explain why. There's not a big enough story. I wouldn't go on YouTube and watch somebody play Fortnite in a series. And that's just me. I play by myself most of the time with most of the content I bring to YouTube. So, maybe if you had a good group of friends, you could get on there and laugh and be more entertaining for a crowd watching the Fortnite videos. Maybe then it would work. But for me, I don't see bringing that to the channel anytime soon. But if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comment section below. Would you like to see some Fortnite footage? Would you like to see some gameplay? And what would be the best idea to bring that to the channel? What could I do to bring that to the channel to make that entertaining for anybody watching it? Obviously, I don't have a lot of friends on there that like to be recorded that would play. I am playing with one in the footage in the background on YouTube right now, but I don't really record audio or chat rather. He doesn't really want to be recorded. I don't blame him. Some people just don't want to be out there and have other people listening to them. I understand that. So I asked him if it was alright if we recorded without the chat audio and just had the game in the background so I could use it for a podcast. He said, yeah, sure. So I don't know about bringing that to the channel. Like I said, leave a comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube and check it out. If you haven't seen the game, check it out and see if it's something that you would be interested in. And you let me know a good idea that I could use to maybe bring that to the channel to keep it entertaining. So the next game I want to talk about now is Ark. Ark is a huge game. I have had this game since it was only on the PC. I didn't have a good enough PC to really run the game, so I didn't play it for very long on PC. But not shortly after I got it on PC, it came out for Xbox, and I've been playing this game ever since. I think that this game is one of the most perfect games out there, really. There is some issues, so don't jump to conclusions when I say that. But when I say perfect, I mean that I feel like this game is one of those games that's set up perfectly for me as a player. You can do so much. There's combat in it if you want there to be combat. There is creativity. If you want to make your own base, you can make your own base. There's crafting. There's dinosaurs that you can put saddles on and ride. This game is one of the best games I feel out there right now. And it might differ opinion to opinion as to what people expect in a game. For me, this game gives me the ultimate creativity. I'm not going to be able to get on Ark and do something the exact same way that you may be watching somebody else do it. I'm going to be able to get on Ark and I'm going to be able to bring you guys 100% unique content. You may have seen the dinosaurs before, but you're not going to see the dinosaurs used the same way that I might use them. So, to me, that is an awesome way to bring out my side to you guys to play a game that is just, for me, I think it's cool. Now, there is some issues with the release date, We were supposed to have a new map called Ragnarok, and that was supposed to be out, I believe it was in the beginning of July. They pushed it back 2 or 3 times in July, and then finally they pushed it back to the release date that was August 8th. And now they pushed that release date back to the end of August, I believe now. Now, a lot of people may not like that they've done that. In my opinion, I would rather have them release these games later and have them work right than I would release them and have them not work. If I want to, when I get the game, I want to make sure that there's nothing stopping me from playing this game. There's nothing that I have to worry about if I go in there and I spend 2 hours playing on the map, have a bunch of stuff built, and then when I go to log back in, my save file's been shot or something. I can't log into that account again. So I'm really hoping that they take their time on it, they get the game right, and they release it when it's ready. That's what I'm hoping for. If they have to wait another month, I am okay with that. I can play the content that we have right now on the game preview, and I'm perfectly content with doing that and waiting for the game to be 100% right. And I believe that the company right now is with that same image. They want when the game to be released, they want that game to be right. And so I think the company is great for that. I think they really should put that effort into that for their fans. And I mean, they've already made loads of money off this game with just the game preview anyway, so I think they just want to bring the fans a good, complete game and make it right for them. Now, the graphics are supposed to be really great, especially with what we're going to talk about next, and that's the Xbox One X. So let's get into talking about the Xbox One X, and we'll kind of transition this arc over into that. Alright, so the Xbox One X is to be released. They really haven't released a release date yet, but I believe it's going to be somewhere around the holidays. It usually is, and I think they would make a decent chunk of money off of that. Now, am I getting it? Yes, I plan on getting the Xbox One X. Currently, I have the Xbox One S that I had taken in my old Xbox One and gotten some money out of it to be able to get my Xbox One X and S, and that's when it was released. They had a good deal, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have good deals like that again. I'm not sure if they're going to have good deals with trading in your Xbox One on an Xbox One X, but they may have a decent deal for trading in your Xbox One S for an Xbox One X. Because the Xbox One actually has been out for quite a few years now, and I'm not sure if they're going to want to have a good trade-in value for the Xbox One. I can picture them doing a good trade-in value for the Xbox One S, and I think that's probably what they'll do, especially for some place like GameStop or some places like those. So yes, I do plan on getting it, and we were just talking about Ark a minute ago, and when Ark it's supposed to be that when you play Ark on an Xbox One X, you can play it on PC Ultimate settings. And I mean, I have seen footage of this game, and it looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome on the Xbox One X, and I am so excited for that game in particular on that system. So what do I think about the Xbox One X? I have to say that I think that it's an awesome system. The PlayStation 4 has done a PS4 Pro, and it still doesn't compare to what the Xbox One X is supposed to be. The stuff that is supposed to be jammed into this system is supposed to be almost like a top-of-the-line PC. I don't have the money to go out and buy a $2,000+ PC just yet. Maybe down the road we might do it, but right now the Xbox One X is as close as I can get to a Windows system that may have some cross-platform capabilities to be able to play something at like a PC setting. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I think the system is going to be great. Now, the price of the system, as far as I can see, it's going to be at a $499 price. So almost $500 will be with plus tax. I think that price is reasonable. Some people may not agree with that, but when you look at what they're bringing to the table with this system, I think that price is absolutely reasonable and absolutely doable for anybody out there that needs a system like this. Now, granted, not everybody that plays Xbox is going to need a system this big. I probably don't really need a system this big. I would not mind putting the money into it just for the graphics alone and to be able to play. Maybe I plan to get a 4K monitor to be able to play on. So with that alone, I may not need an Xbox One X, but I know that I can get use out of it. Now, somebody that's just playing with a bunch of friends, doesn't really play that often, maybe plays once a week, they would be fine with probably the Xbox One S. It's got everything you need. They perform well. It's got 4K capabilities when you're streaming on like Netflix or something, the ones that are compatible with the 4K anyway. So I believe that the Xbox One S is perfect for most. The Xbox One X is for the elite that want to play at a better processing power, at a better graphics, stuff like that. So once again, I don't think that the Xbox One X is unreasonable for price. It is for the ones out there that really want a system, that know all about the system to be able to do that. The Xbox One S, I feel, is a better alternative for somebody that may not be as, as into the Xbox, or maybe as professional with playing it or something like that. If they don't run a YouTube channel or something, they may not need the Xbox One X. By all means, if you want the Xbox One X for the graphics and stuff like that, absolutely get it. But I think the Xbox One S performs just fine for your normal gamer. So the content that's going to be out with the Xbox One X. So far, they've released a few things. The Arc being one of them. They really made a staple with saying that Arc is going to be able to be played at the PC Ultimate settings. And that I'm looking forward to. Another one that I've noticed is PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. And that game I'm actually very excited for. Like I said, I don't have a PC big enough to run that game right now. But when it comes out onto Xbox One, I am absolutely getting that game. And you will absolutely see content on this channel, on CCN Gaming's YouTube channel, of PUBG. I'm really excited to play that game, and I mean, I've been watching people play it, and I am so excited to get my hands on that game. And I've almost thought about getting a graphics card for my PC that would just boost it up to the point where I'd be able to play it. But I gotta be patient, gotta conserve money for the Xbox One X, and when that game comes out on Xbox, we'll definitely be playing it. 4K capable. Now, right now, my Xbox One S is 4K capable right now for streaming. I don't think it is for many games right now, and I don't even have a monitor that is 4K. So right now, that's not a huge deal for me. I do plan on getting a 4K monitor eventually, so when I do get the Xbox One X, that I will be able to play those games in the ultimate settings and be able to see the difference on my monitor. Right now, I have my old computer monitor that's 1080p, really great graphics for video and photo that I use currently, so that works perfect for my game monitor right now. But as soon as the Xbox One X comes out, hopefully I'll have that 4K monitor, and hopefully we'll be able to get use out of that. So that brings me to the end of this podcast. I like to keep things simple on the channel, explain what we need, what's going to happen, what's going to change, the new games coming out. They'll definitely, I think I'm going to try to do one of these maybe once a week. It's probably not going to happen again, though, for a couple of weeks because I'm going on vacation. Don't worry, WWE 2K17's Universe Mode is going to continue. I already have those backlogged. They will be uploaded, and it'll be like I'm right here doing it even though I'm on vacation. So I'm really fortunate that I was able to get ahead of the game. I won't be posting every day like I was pretty much before. The Uncharted games will be stretched out a little bit. I only have 2 of those backlogged right now, so those are going to be slower than normal, but bear with me. I do have to have vacation myself too, so I'm hoping that everything's going to go smooth, that the uploads will continue to come. When I get back from vacation, I'm going to be grinding again, getting videos out, and maybe we'll probably go back to doing them once a day, a video every day, I mean. When it comes to CCN Outdoors YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of filming for that over the next week or so. A lot of fishing, a lot of outdoor stuff, and I'm definitely looking forward to bringing some more content to that channel, because that channel's been kind of slow ever since I started it, because I haven't had the time to do the fishing. I haven't had time to edit, really, because I've been so driven on doing the CCN gaming. So we might slow down the CCN gaming a little bit as the summer continues, before it comes to an end, so I can bring more to the CCN Outdoors channel. But over the wintertime, obviously, there's not a lot of outdoor activity, so that channel's probably going to be very slow over the wintertime, and the CCN gaming is going to be more busy. So, thank you guys for listening in today on the first ever CCN GameCast. There will be another one probably in a couple of weeks, so tune in then. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already to the YouTube channel. Let me know in the comment section below if there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about on the channel. Maybe more games or something on this podcast, rather, not the channel. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, anything you'd like me to bring up, maybe a question you have. Also, leave the comment down below if there's anything that you'd like to see from Fortnite, or what would be a good idea to bring content like that to the channel for that game. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for listening in today and watching on the CCN Gaming YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.